This is the fusion of enlightenment and entertainment. You're listening to Jeff.
All right, so I was wondering today if, on a more serious note, we could talk about, the danger of relativism and how people don't identify the objective moral truths that there are in our world, and that hold us to a higher level of living and moral action.
I think that is a very good idea. So, my name is Peter. I will host the show. So, I'm going to say first, let's talk about truth. What is truth intrinsically? What is it? What does this entail?
Oh, let's see. Truth is something that cannot be disputed, and it's something that you have to come to with if you're logical and you think logically, you realize that something is true.
Okay.
And Peter isn't true because he said apes aren't cool.
Ah, yes.
As our good teacher would say, truth is beauty.
Beauty is the expression of truth. What do you? So let's say to give an example, hypothetically, Jacob slaps me, and I say, Jacob, why'd you slap me? That was wrong. And he says, well, I felt like doing it, and what I feel like doing, then it's right.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
According to British Romanticism, I was following my feelings. Nothing I did was wrong as long as I followed my feelings. Base everything on feelings rather than logic.
Yeah, but then the danger that comes into this is, when people are with other people, what's right for one person could be wrong for another.
I say,
what
do you mean by that, Finn?
Okay, no. So, say I slap Jacob and I think it's right, but he thinks it's wrong, and I'm affecting him. So then, these truths collide, and you can tell they're not real truths because they contradict each other.
It's for the greater good and glory.
Okay,
but wait,
that's
hear
what's
me
true.
out.
Like Jesse owns.
So the whole thing with the Romanticism was though is if you feel that it's right, then that's true, right? If you follow your feelings,
they trust human nature.
Your feelings are true. So if you're slapping me because you feel that's the right thing to do, but my feelings are saying I don't want to get slapped, that's not right. They're colliding. Which one is right? Whose feelings are better?
Well, let's see if mine are right.
I think Finn won that situation.
So,
might make
clearly, one thing is for sure. I don't know,
but there has to be some higher truth, because if we all make up our own truths, then they're just kind of contradict. There needs to be something that no one can dispute and that applies to everyone in the same way.
All right.
Jesus.
The other question I had is, what is the difference between truth and facts?
Truth and facts.
Truth and facts. I think facts are truth.
Well,
truth is factual.
Truth is factual. Facts are truthful.
I would say, I think truth goes deeper than facts. Facts can be what's happening, what we see, but truth is the meaning behind it, what governs the morality of it or whatever.
Yeah. Well, also, let's see. How does this apply in our daily lives? How do we encounter this collision of false truths in our daily lives?
Oh, well, one way that I experience truth in my daily life, to flip it around, is when I listen to this one song. It's something like that. I think that's the best song ever. I feel like that song really just reflects truth.
It sounds like a really cool frog made it, honestly.
Very gurgly.
Very gurgly. Yeah. I don't like chihuahuas. They're not real dogs. Yep. They may identify as dogs, but they ain't.
What does a dog need to have to be a real dog?
It needs to be at least slightly cute, and it needs to act pretty lovable. It needs to be at least kind of obedient. It needs to like to cuddle at least a bit.
So, with these expectations for the true dog, could a person potentially be a dog or amount to one?
No. Not lovable enough. No, I'm joking. They're not furry enough, and they're too free thinking. I think they don't depend on you enough to be a dog.
Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts on then furries as
furries
with
are
their
not
objective
people or
truth?
dogs.
Do you think
they don't have rights?
Do you think they're following objective truth? Their own?
No, I think they're following their own truth because I think they're an animal.
Right, so here's an interesting question that somebody brought up to me that I was thinking about. So if if people are identifying as animals or furries, whatever, they're saying they are animals. Are we allowed to hunt them?
Yes.
Yes, actually, there was a.
Well, I think if you agree to call them by their animal name, then they give you permission to hunt them.
If I'm not mistaken,
if you refuse to acknowledge them as an animal, then you shouldn't be allowed.
They are animals.
But if you acknowledge them as an
Amazing
animal,
what they
then
think.
you should be able to hit them with cars and get insurance on it.
if I'm not mistaken, there was a case where there was this man who believed he was a deer, and so he dressed up as a deer and was like living in the woods, and some hunter shot him, and then in court they were like, well, he thought he was a deer, so you're fine, you're free. Like, you didn't murder him, so you're good, and they let him go.
I mean, yeah.
We need more people like that.
Did he have his hunting license?
Yeah,
He's
it was
fine.
during hunting season, and he thought it was a deer, so he shot, and it turned out to be a man who thought he was a deer. So,
Yes, indeed.
Hunting's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever gotten a deer?
I shot a doe and then it ran away. I don't know if it died or not.
Dude, same
thing with Danny. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then I think I might have shot a deer, but I probably missed. We don't know. It jumped and then ran away. We never saw it.
Went to the neighbors' yards, and we immediately heard a shot, and it died.
Nice.
Peter, have you ever gotten a deer?
Oh yes,
Oh,
I've
so
shot.
Shotten.
Or no, just shot.
Shottenism.
I have shot multiple deer in my career. One particular deer, my dad had, for some reason,
my knee hurt.
Please stop.
got his gun off.
I actually messed up my knee.
Out of aim.
Shot.
So my dad's gun was aiming about 3 feet to the left.
Okay.
So he shoots this little doe, and it was like a 3 foot long doe. And so naturally he shoots it right in the butt. And so it was kind of running and stumbling away. And then we were chasing it. And then he found it in a clump of like a uprooted tree, right? And then he took this little rifle and tried to snipe it in the neck, but just missed by 2 inches.
Ooh.
And it nicked the bottom of its neck. And so then it ran out from under the tree and started running towards the field where I was supposed to be the failsafe. So naturally, he gave me the inaccurate gun. So I shot it and shot it right in the butt again.
Oh.
And then it was just kind of moaning in the field for 10 minutes. And we were like, ugh. And then it died.
Double butt piercing.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That deer is
That is a
suffering.
pretty interesting situation.
It's also very tasty.
Very tasty.
Venison is actually so good.
So
It's just above beef in every way.
Yeah, it's more gamey, more fatty, less meaty, not as good, but yeah, it's great.
No, I think it tastes way better.
Right,
This has been
No!